Greetings, internet entities. This is JDL Productions. Now, you may notice a slight difference in quality, and that is because, yes, I did get a new phone, finally, after 4 years or so. I switched from a Samsung Galaxy Note 10 to a Samsung Galaxy S23. So, the quality is actually quite a bit better. As for the mic quality, I'm actually not entirely sure yet because I have not made very many videos with this phone yet, so I guess we'll just have to find out. So, what I have in this video is a... Can you guess it? Yes, a smoke alarm overview, because that's mostly what I do on this channel, is overview vintage smoke alarms. And the smoke alarm that we are going to be reviewing today is one that I have had for a few days now. I just have not gotten a chance to make a video of it. And that is the Archer model 275-453 smoke alarm. So as you can see, I did get this unit brand new in box. This is not really... I would not consider this a formal unboxing, but I did kind of put everything back in the box how it was, just to kind of give it sort of that authentic unboxing feel to it, I guess. So let's go ahead and open this thing up, but first let's go ahead and take a look at the box. Here is the front of the box right here. So you got a nice image of the unit right there. There's your Archer logo. Taking a look at the other side of the box, there you go, just kind of telling you where to place it in your house. There's the other side of the box, the other side of the box, and the top and bottom of the box are the same thing. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy open, shall we? I'm going to open it from the bottom. So, first thing you get is the unit itself in all of its squariness. Next up, the owner's manual. And then finally, a packet of screws. So that is everything that is in the box. And yeah, and as usual, I will read through the manual later on in the video. Now, a little bit of a brief overview on the company itself, Archer, because this is the first actual video I've made of an Archer alarm. They were a division of Radio Shack in the 70s and 80s. So pretty much all of the Archer alarms were sold at Radio Shack. That was sort of their, I guess, one of their sub-brands that they had back then. And yeah, they made quite a few units, quite a few both ionization and photoelectric units, this one being a photoelectric. And they rebranded units from actually several different companies. They rebranded USI units, like the SS200. I do have one of those. They rebranded Maple Chase units. In particular, the FireX FXB-1 and the FX1020, or FXW, whatever. They also rebranded Firenetics units, the F900Ds in particular. And then in terms of their photoelectric units, they rebranded Pyrotector units, which this right here is a Pyrotector rebrand. This is actually a Pyrotector 3079 rebrand, which, if you don't know, you've probably seen the 3077s before. They're sort of more rectangular. They kind of have sort of a remote control kind of look to them. You know, you've got like your vents in the center, your indicator LED, and then, you know, the button, like they're sort of more rectangular. This is kind of the square version of that. And they also had a 3078, which we are presuming to be the round unit that Nathaniel owns, even though his is made by IEC. but his is we're not sure exactly what pyrotector unit that originated from. But this one originated from the 3079. And then the other pyrotector-based unit that I can think of that Archer sold under was the, I forgot the exact model number of it, but it is a AC powered line core Sentinel with the heat sensor. One of my other friends has a couple of those. Those are pretty much the only two photoelectric Archer units, the only pyrotector-based Archer units that I can think of. So, yeah. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the back of this unit. Here is the mounting bracket, and my Bluetooth speaker turned off. Now, the mounting bracket on this thing is probably one of the most difficult to get off that I have encountered on any smoke alarm. Let's see if I can do it. Doesn't help that my hands are extremely sweaty. Okay, there we go. So here is a little bit of a shot of the back of the unit. There is your manufacture date right there. Let's see, January 28th of 1978. There is your main label right there. UL sticker. There's where the battery goes, and then there's just some other information kind of printed on it, battery specifications, just some warning stuff there. And this right here, I'm not sure what this is here. I guess this is the sort of a entrance to the photocell chamber. Because, of course, as you know, the smoke enters the photoelectric chamber and sort of dilutes the diode inside, which then sets off the unit. So I guess this is sort of the entrance chamber. So, yeah. Now let's go ahead and put the bracket back on. Now, this unit, the horn inside it uses is a Star Buzzer, which is the same type that is used on the GE Home Century units of the 1970s, particularly the 8201-201 and 8201-301. Some of the later ones, I'm not sure if any of the 3079 units in particular, but I do know that the Pyrotector units did later go on to use blue Murata piezos, but this one and ones from this era, the late 70s or so, these all used Star Buzzers, and then they would later go on to use blue Murata piezos. Now, like I said, Nathaniel Endlind does own one of these units as well. He had it in his video where he was comparing it to the IEC Vanguard unit that he owns, the round one, which is presumably based on the 3078. And a couple of my other friends own these as well. They're not, I guess, the most uncommon alarm in the community, but my video, I believe, is the first sort of proper video of one that kind of exists. So, yeah, kind of cool, I guess. But without further ado, let's go ahead and grab a 9-volt battery. Let me get some hearing protection. And let's go ahead and power this thing up. Of course, this battery thing here does not stick out very far, so let's go ahead and clip the battery in. Hopefully, I can. Come on. Yeah, maybe this wasn't the greatest design of all time. I'll be completely honest, because I cannot get this freaking battery in. What is going on here? Okay, let me pause this. Okay, that took a minute. Let's see, is it actually even snapped in? There we go. Let's go ahead and put the bracket back on. It's much easier to put on than it is to take off. There we go. All right, now let's make sure that it is powered up. There we go. Now let's go ahead and give this thing a test. And this thing does take a very long time to go into alarm. But it does, trust me. So here we go. And there you have it. As you heard, it does sort of a very slow pulsating kind of coding to it, and then so it does like three sort of kind of long blasts, and that does like one really long blast at the end. It's kind of odd. Let's see if I can do it one more time, and I'm going to show you what the indicator does. It sort of indicates that it's about to go into alarm. As you can see. And there you have it. Now, manual time, because I did tell you all that I would read through it. So here we go. And of course, as usual, if you want to read anything, just pause. Let's see, this is kind of it's just folded out entirely. Hopefully without ripping it. Come on. There we go. Got a nice image of the unit there. Okay, now why isn't it focusing? Come on. There we go. And there you have it. That is the manual. And that is pretty much the end of this video. I think I went over everything that needed to be gone over. So let me go ahead and kind of get everything out in a presentable manner here. Let's go ahead and zoom out a bit. And yeah, that is about it. That is the Archer 275-453 smoke alarm. Hope y'all enjoyed this video.